5. Estuary. Objectives. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to describe an estuary, identify the living and non-living factors in these aquatic ecosystems, enumerate the types of estuaries based on their formation and water circulation patterns, tell the importance of estuaries. Which things in this image are living things? Which things in this image are non-living things? Why do you think are there non-living things in areas where living things are found? Correct. They are together because they help living things survive and live. Today, you will learn about estuary, a type of aquatic area or ecosystem where living and non-living things are found. Ecosystem. An ecosystem is a community of living organisms interacting with one another and their physical environment. It involves relationships between biotic factors and abiotic factors in its area. Biotic factors refer to organisms or living things. These include plants, such as mangroves, and algae, and animals, such as crabs, fish, and shrimps. Abiotic factors refer to non-living things. These include waters from the river and the sea or ocean, sunlight, oxygen, rocks, and soil. All things in an ecosystem are interconnected with one another mainly because of the food and energy needs of living organisms. Abiotic factors allow biotic factors to develop specific behavior when looking for food and conserving energy. Estuary. Ecosystem can be terrestrial or aquatic. An estuary is an aquatic ecosystem formed where freshwater river interacts and mixes with the saltwater sea. This mixing results in a partly enclosed coastal body of brackish water. Brackish water is water with a higher level of salinity than freshwater but not as much as seawater. Salinity refers to the amount of salt in water. Freshwater has almost no salt, while seawater has quite a bit. Some bays, lagoons, or sloughs are areas where saltwater and freshwater meet and can be considered forms of estuaries. Estuaries are considered the nursery of the sea, because they have the ideal conditions for fish and shellfish reproduction. Estuaries come in all shapes and sizes. A popular estuary in the Philippines is the Puerto Princesa Underground River in Palawan. The major estuaries in the Philippines are the following: 1. Subic Bay. 2. Davao Gulf. 3. Manila Bay. 4. Balsahan Estuary. 5. Lingayen Gulf. Types of estuaries based on geological formation. Coastal plain, or drowned river valley, estuaries are formed by filling an existing river valley with water from rising sea level. Chesapeake Bay in Maryland and the harbor of Charleston, South Carolina are examples of coastal plain estuaries. Tectonic estuaries form from a major crack or the drifting apart of Earth's crust often caused by earthquakes. These movements lead to sinking or subsiding pieces of land, producing a basin that becomes filled with seawater and freshwater. These estuaries are found along major fault lines, like the San Francisco Bay Area in California. Bar-built, or restricted mouth, estuaries form when the presence of a sandbar or barrier island protects a shallow body of coastal water. This type of estuary, or body of water, is called a lagoon. Examples of these are found along the Gulf Coast of Texas and Florida. Fjords are U-shaped valleys with steep sides of ice formed by glacial action. The breaking of glaciers allows seawater and freshwater to fill the valley. They are found in glacial areas in northern Europe and Alaska. Types of estuaries based on circulation patterns. Salt wedge estuaries. In these estuaries, the less dense freshwater floats on top of the seawater in a layer that gradually thins going seaward. Well-mixed, vertically mixed, estuaries. Well-mixed estuaries form when the river flows more slowly into an area with a moderate to high tidal current or movement. The salinity level in these estuaries is the same from the surface to the bottom, but highest near the seawater and lowest toward upstream rivers. In these estuaries, the changing salinity levels depend on daily tidal changes. Partially mixed, or slightly stratified, estuaries. Partially mixed estuaries share properties of both the salt wedge and well-mixed estuaries. These are typically deeper estuaries with greater salinity at the mouth that gradually decreases along the upstream direction. Fjord estuaries. Fjord circulation patterns are found in fjord estuaries. These areas have high freshwater input and lower seawater content. The denser seawater cannot easily move up from the opening to the ocean. With this, freshwater river tends to flow at the surface with little contact to the seawater below, leading to little tidal mixing. With little mixing, the low nutrient bottom layer may become trapped in the sill. Importance of estuaries. Estuaries provide us with a wide range of resources, benefits, and services. They also provide habitats with rich biodiversity for valuable kinds of animals and plants, such as fishes, shellfishes, lobsters, mangroves, algae, and phytoplanktons. They also play important roles in the life cycles of many organisms. Estuaries also provide ideal resting and recharging areas for migratory birds during their long journeys because the areas are biologically productive. Many estuaries are also important centers of fishery, aquaculture, tourism, and commerce. Practice exercise. Tell whether the statement is true or false. 1. Estuaries provide us a wide range of resources, benefits, and services. True. 2. An estuary has more salinity than freshwater but not as much as seawater. True. 3. All things in an ecosystem are not interconnected. False. Which ones are types of estuaries based on geological features or based on circulation patterns? Good job.